I feel like when they get a hold of these properties, the room full of writers are more interested in how they can do their spin on it. You know,
Yeah.
with their
Yeah.
original. We're gonna reinvent this thing that's been working for 20 plus fucking years. You know what I mean? Every time they get a hold of this shit, whether it's in a comic or a movie or a Netflix series or whatever, it seems like regardless of politics or inclination, that's always the direction they're driving in.
And of all the ways they could add their own special thing, it turns out fucking more than half the fan base despise that idea. It just
You
happens to be one
telling
that
me
they're
you're
like,
not
no, I'll
excited
do
for
it.
Taika Waititi?
Oh, his Star Wars movie? I mean, dude, after Thor: Love and Thunder, I don't think anybody wants to see anything from him anymore.
Taika is like the ultimate example of like, I'm going to tell my story my way and fuck everyone else who gets in the way. And like, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter if he's coming into a series or a franchise that's 20 movies deep at this point. He doesn't give a fuck. He's just going to do what he wants. You know, and it's he even contradicts his own fucking movies. The one that came before, he just doesn't care. It's just like, yeah, crack some jokes, have a bit of a laugh. All right,
Well,
that'll be fine. Like,
you
carry on.
you present that like, it's like, what a surprise. But it's like, I think he legit, if he was in this call, he'd be like, that's not what's important about storytelling. It's important to make people feel things. And you'd be like, yeah, but like, they get a little bit lost up there, I think. Because I'm willing to believe there's talent in that man. I've defended him on several occasions, but like, Love and Thunder is one of the most product movies I've ever seen.
There is talent there. This is the thing, but he's got his niche, and it's like he's got his style, but it's like he tries to employ that style with every genre of movie that he makes, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, dude,
it's like,
I'm fucking done with Clown Thor, Like, even with one movie, it's like, all right, chill out.
yeah, that worked. It worked because the Dark World was so fucking dull. It's like I can't even remember a single thing that happened in it.
Yeah.
It was so dour. It's so serious. They did this. You know, they did Ragnarok, and it's like, okay, it's funny. You know, it at least was kind of engaging. And there was a little bit of intelligence behind the writing. Like there was an arc there. Like some of the scenes actually meant something.
Yeah,
But
that
then
film
it's
felt
like,
like it was saying Thor is a king now. He's finally a leader, all right, and he knows what he's doing. You're like, okay, that kind of binds the trilogy, I guess. It's like, all right, good. But then they reset him again,
yeah,
and then again.
yeah.
There's something I color me paranoid. I tend to think there has to be some kind of corporate messaging going on when nowadays we've gone from okay, it's Norse Vikings in outer space to now the defining trait of each of the newer Thor films is when are we going to see the crack of his ass? Like every single movie
Yeah.
now is that there's something they're trying to communicate something to you, audience. You know what I mean? When
Well,
are
not to
they going to
mention,
show me their ass?
The thing is, like, yeah, it's fine when you do that to a dude, but like, if that happened to a woman, it would be like fucking thermonuclear meltdown. That would be like end of the
Which
franchise.
isn't fair, Drinker. We deserve to see some lady butts in these movies too. But oh,
I
well.
miss yeah. I mean, I'm not sure I want to see Natalie Portman's like 40-year-old ass, and I definitely
Well,
want to
it'll
want
be
to see
so
Tessa
come on, it'll be
Thompson.
so touched up with video.
Yeah, they'll
game
fix it all in
CGI,
post.
just like muscles.
Yeah,
VFX.
CGI ass.
Yeah. But by the time the CGI department gets done with Natalie Portman's ass, it'll be the remake of James and the Giant Peach. I'm telling you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, her arms were ridiculous, man. It's like
They're
if you
funny.
still people out there believing that they're real, it's like, yeah, sure they fucking are.
Right. It's like the people who still don't believe Joan Jett had plastic surgery. Okay, sure, sweetheart. All right, gotcha. She's.
I was going to say about Thor as well. Apparently, I was just looking at an article. It suffered like the worst drop off of any Marvel movie so far. 68% from one weekend to the next. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought?
You can't maintain passion for these projects. You can't. You just they're designed to not have people remain on them for very long. What's the next thing? Because there is a next thing, right? TV
There's
show,
always going to
movie?
be a next thing, Mueller.
What actually? I'm genuinely asking. What is
Guardians
the
of the
next thing?
Galaxy, I think.
Is there? Is there nothing before that? No Star Wars or TV shows or
There's going to be
Andor's
another
coming, right?
Eternals.
I almost see Star Wars and Marvel now sharing schedule, being like, hot potatoing the audience back and forth because they're just like, hey, have you got anything you can put out while they're falling asleep? Get them. And then you put out Andor, and people are like, I don't even remember this character, but it's
Love and
Star
Thunder's a
Wars.
week old. Hurry.
Yeah, and then as soon as
Well,
that show is ended.
I think the next 6 phases of Marvel are nothing but Morbius, right? Like that's I thought
Hopefully.
that was right.
I
Listen to the fans.
I had kind of an interesting conversation with a guy who works as he works in script writing and stuff for both Marvel and Lucasfilm at various times. Like he's kind of flitted between them.
And he admits this out loud before witnesses.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
well,
it's a secret.
he basically said to me, like, because I was asking him, like, how the fuck is this coming about? Like, why is it so garbage at this point? And he's like, they are under such a schedule now to keep content rolling out because now it's about competing with Amazon and
Lord.
Netflix. You know, the focus now is on getting as much content out there for the streaming services as possible. And so it's almost like we'll hire any fucking writer that can put pen to paper. It doesn't matter how incompetent you are. It doesn't matter how much of a useless arsehole you are. If you can write a script for an episode, okay, we'll probably bring you on. And there's no time to correct anything. There's no time to, quality check it. It pretty much goes into production like while the ink is still drying. That's the mindset now. And that's the kind of...
This is harsh in my buzz, dude.
That's what they're working with now, and it's like you can either have quality or you can have quantity, and they've chosen quantity, and that's what it's doing to them. And now that's why you get shit like Boba Fett or Thor, whatever garbage we're going to get next from Marvel TV shows.
And it's working to a degree, but I still am under the impression that if they went slower and worked harder, that they'd be making even more money.
They absolutely would, but once you've set that in motion, you can't get away from it. Once you've started streaming, TV shows, once you've started, rolling stuff out there, people expect it to carry on. It's kind of like with YouTube. You can't just go like 2 or 3 weeks without producing a video unless your name is Mauler. But But other people that you're again, it's like that idea that you're supposed to stick to a regular upload schedule. Otherwise, you start to drop off that old algorithm, and you don't get recommended as much. People don't pay as much attention to you, and that's what they've set for themselves now, and they're trapped in that cycle of just having to produce more and more stuff all the time.
I call it picking content cotton.
What's that?
I call it picking content cotton.
Yeah, that's what they've got now. But then, I guess what you're going to see is like less and less interest in each TV show. Every time a new Star Wars TV show comes out, fewer and fewer people are going to watch it because it's just more stuff,
Wait, don't we have a new Star Wars coming out with Ryan Gosling?
There's probably a new Star Wars show coming out with us four in it. We just don't know it yet.
Oh,
Right.
God, that would be a good show, though.
Yeah.
We at least give half a shit.
Right.
Thanks for watching this clip. Now, if you're interested in supporting my channel, then feel free to take a look at my latest novel, Dark Harvest, which is available to pre-order on Amazon now. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.